think sometimes when I got in this business, it's a lot of people who get in this business and who get in this game, and they do it because they want to have opinions, and there's a lot of people in there that's in the game right now that's consistently not dissecting this stuff, consistently not breaking down film, consistently not going the additional mileage in order to really talk about the game and really talk about why it's important you feel a certain way, why it's important to critique players, why it's important that you should be going down and watch these breakdowns, right? Because there's a lot of people on TV, on the radio. The reality of the situation is they get there and they just say stuff. And it might sound good, right? And it may sound like it's supposed to go that way. And it sound like, oh, that sounds like a plausible situation. But they don't and have not put the work in to understanding and going to test of time as to seeing whether or not what they're saying is completely accurate. And so when we talking about the games, you can't call yourself an analyst if you're not breaking game tape down. Let's just be clear about it. There's levels to this, people. You cannot call yourself an expert and your opinion is supposed to be ringing out over large groups of people, and you feel like you have an authority level or at least an expert level opinion when it comes to you telling the audience and the fans and trying to break down why is it that certain people are good on your team? Why is it that the Cleveland Browns defense is not playing well? Why is it that Baker Mayfield is still hit or miss and average? Or why is it that, these misnomers about OBJ and the offensive line, all this stuff? You find that out by the film, not about the way you feel about it, about the film. Right? You go back and you check what confirms it. My coach used to always tell me, eye in the sky don't lie. You can hem and you can haw and you can say whatever you want to. But that film, what you put out on film is gospel. It don't matter what you think. There's no excuses, right? That's the accountability factor of every single player who has played at a high level or played or really even a person who really indoctrinates himself into the game. They don't worry about attacks on regular people. What they really do is get into this film work. And here's what I'm about to start doing. I got the resumes, right? I got the resumes. I got everybody's checks. And I tell people all the time, I watch these games 3-4 times. So when I get on the air and I tell you he ain't run the right route or that defensive lineman ain't doing nothing, I've already seen the game 3 times, right? Broken it down 3 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm just showing y'all the difference between somebody just getting somewhere and saying a bunch of stuff that sound cute or somebody that's putting work in, that's doing this every single day and is consistently doing it. So what I did is I went and took the liberty to go back and look at the Cleveland Browns against the Raiders. I took the liberty to go back and look at that because people were saying that I had a knee-jerk reaction and, everybody just breathe easy. We haven't been 5-3 in such a long time. We got 5 wins. And I'm sitting here looking at y'all people like, come on, man. Like, you can't be serious about this. You excited to be 5-3? You excited? Like, oh, we was 0-16. Look, that's what are you talking about? The goal is to have excellence. The goal is to say, yes, I can like y'all, the fact that y'all 5-3, but at the end of the day, I still got standards that I'm going to live up to. And I'm going to break it down of why I back up what I'm saying. So we're going to take a look at a couple plays here, right? I broke this down. I illustrated it myself. I put time, energy, and effort into it. I'm gonna highlight 2 plays. Highlight 2 plays that show when people say giving out that report card for Baker Mayfield during the season, and they say, "Well, where do you got him at, G. Bush?" And I'm telling them, I got him at a C plus at best. People freak out. What are you talking about? C plus. C has 5 wins. They act like y'all 7-0, 8-0. I'm giving him C plus game footage because his game tape tells me a C plus. I got two specific plays I want to show you guys. And it's a microcosm of what's been going on with Baker Mayfield since the beginning of this year. We saw the same stuff last year. And we're going to take a look and dissect this game and show you. And I'll be doing this every week. I got a defensive spotlight coming up too. And I'm going to show you specifically why I tell you Sheldon Richards ain't doing nothing. Why I'm telling you that what I'm saying with the defensive line ain't doing nothing. I'm going to show you. Men lie, women lie, this film don't. So let's get to this. As you can see, 1st and 10 on the 31, first quarter. And this is the Browns' first play from scrimmage. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it, and we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to stop it a couple times when I got it. So we'll let it run fast. We'll let it run fast through here, right? So you're looking, and we'll stop it right here. So as you can see, when you're taking a look at this, the Browns come out in a 3 tight end heavy set right here. 1 wide receiver down to the bottom of the screen. Browns are coming out in heavy 3 tech, heavy run. This is heavy run right here. And so what you're looking at is anytime you're coming out with that many tight ends, of course, they're going to be in the box, right? Of course, you're going to start seeing people in the box. So if you count these guys in the box and, just doing the math, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys in the box, 1 safety deep, manned up down here. So when I tell you all the time, this is the kind of stuff that the Browns are going to see when OBJ is not in the game. They're going to go a lot of 3 tight end sets, a lot of heavy run stuff. And so when you see all those tight ends in the game, guess what? You got 9 people in the box, right? 9. And I want to do a special thought experiment with you guys. And just so you know. So you got 9 in the box. Let's take a look. Let's count up front. 1, 2, that's the 2 tight ends on the unbalanced side. 2, 3, there's the guard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 linemen potentially blocking in the scheme if you keep all tight ends in. If it's a run play, you got 8, but it's 8 versus 9. So you have to realize the quarterback can't block for himself and the running back can't block for himself, right? So it's already an advantage for the defense coming out in a formation like this. And remember, keep in mind, I always say you have to you have to throw the football in order to run it, right? Because you need to count the people in the line of scrimmage so that you can run out of passing sets because you have the numbers. It's all about counting. So let's continue to go on and run this play. First play of the game, Kevin Stefanski dials a nice play action fake up. Beautiful. Dials up a play action. And as you can already see how this is developing, Baker Mayfield has about the biggest wide open throw you can already see. He runs a nice fake. He gets his head around quickly. And so now you have David Njoku, who is about at 8 yards right now. And look at all this real estate here. Look at all of this real estate right here. And you expect this play to be a gimme. This is what we call scripting. When you're scripting your first few plays, Kevin Stefanski scripted this and said, I think we can get them on this. And he calls up and he dials up the perfect play. Play action works and let it play out. Baker Mayfield throws the ball behind him, airmails it. Can't happen. So we slowed it down here a little bit for you guys. So when you have it here, we're going to slow it down and we're going to get an opportunity to see exactly what's going on here, right? Tight ends moving around, and we'll go ahead and get the teleprompter going right now. So as you can see, fast run this way, right? Let's go back and look at that again. Pause it right there. We got David Njoku right here. He's spot shadow right here, right? We got the hard outside zone run, selling that fake with Kareem Hunt. Baker's going to roll out right here to the right-hand side, and then you got a simple drag route that you're running with David Njoku, right? So let's go ahead and see how this plays out. Good fake, and immediately, pause it. Immediately, you already can tell This defender had his eyes in the backfield. He already saw hard run to the outside. Now he's already like, oh crap, he's wide open. This defender is in no man's land because you have a tight end and Bryant coming front side right here, and he has to make a choice. He has the flat, so he's going to have to take him. But you look at how much real estate you got with Njoku right here, right? So go ahead. We'll bring up the next graphic. Boom. As you can see, that ball should be thrown with anticipation, giving him an opportunity to run to this hash mark and get run after catch, right? This is where his eye should be. This is where he should be throwing the ball, and he should actually be throwing right now on time. He has him, you see it, throw it. You have him, you see it, throw it. But when we continue to go forward, you'll see exactly why this play turned out to be bad. So we're running it. He has him open there. He's still patting the ball, As you can see, the way I'm diagramming this thing up, this ball should have been thrown with touch and anticipation right here to the spot so he can get the ball and Njoku can get upfield, and it's in this void. This void, this space right here is the red zone. I'm talking about they're inside the 20. I'm talking about you threw the ball late, and when you threw it late and not on time, and you don't have your shoulders square to the target. Now, granted, some quarterbacks have enough arm strength, the Mahomes of the world, the Aaron Rodgers of the world. They got enough arm talent that they can throw the ball from a lot of different planes in different fields, and they don't necessarily have to get their feet and shoulders square. But you look at where his shoulders are, and you look at his shoulders compared to where he's throwing to his target. His shoulders are square upfield, and it's already naturally you're going to see why it is that this ball turns out to be here. Let's go back a little bit. I'm already showing you in anticipation. Ball should have been already here, right? Already here, giving him opportunity to cut up and get upfield and get some yards after catch. Let's go ahead and let this play a little bit. Illustration shows you that ball is supposed to be thrown further with more timing, and you can see where the ball ends up. You can see where his shoulders are, right? You can see where the ball ends up. And look at how inaccurate that pass was, right? Look how inaccurate that pass was. And let me go ahead and stop it right here. The reason I'm telling you that and I'm breaking that down specifically is because when you're playing in a game like this, what we found was you're going to play in games where positions, field position, and the amount of possessions you had become critical. So when you got an opportunity that your coach has been dialing up on your first 5 to 10 plays, and he has scripted something wide open, potentially for a 20-yard gain, and there's nobody around you, you have to hit that 10 out of 10 times, or you're not a professional quarterback. I can only grade you as average, because that is a play a high school kid hits. That's a play that JV kids on a Tuesday can hit. And this is what I'm going to show you. There's no hate and animosity in my voice. What I'm just doing is breaking it down and giving you the difference between metaphors and real rap. This is real rap. This is facts. So when people call up and talking about the 5-year head start and still talking about Hugh Jackson, still talking about Todd Haley and all the offensive coordinators and Freddie Kitchens and all that other good stuff and all that jazz, that has nothing to do with what his skill set is. His ex-coaches have nothing to do with this. They don't have anything. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. Coaching has nothing to do with that. Kevin Stefanski dialed up the best play possible. I don't care how many coaches you have. That don't fix accuracy. That don't fix throwing with timing. Baker Mayfield's not confused. Baker Mayfield doesn't, he's not out here underperforming because he doesn't know the offense. Second play I want to look at right here. 1st and 10 ball on the 25 second quarter. As you can see, 3-3 game, right? 3-3 game. 5:17 left in the clock. Browns got an opportunity to go down before the half and try to get some points. Points are at a premium during this game. 3-3 right now. Looks like it's going to be one of those games where possessions are key. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll this, right? We're going to roll this a little bit and see what we got going on. Once again, utilize emotion, trying to figure out whether or not they're in zone or man. Are they going to follow the guy, right? And then we'll pause it right here, and you'll see exactly what the play is supposed to be. And what you'll see is that the Raiders are in the cover 3, which is a zone. You'll eventually see what that turns out to be. Another opportunity for the Browns to get some points here. Another opportunity to see what they can do in terms of moving the football. So let's just take a look at see what happens. As you can see, as we go, Baker Mayfield, pause it right there. As you can see, we explain, simple cover 3. You got this safety working in the middle of the field. This guy's playing the third. This guy is bailing quickly, and this guy is going to have the curl to flat area outside. It's just simple zone. Baker Mayfield is clean on the pocket because he's booting out. And as you let this develop, you can see up the top of the screen, Hollywood Higgins is the receiver. And what you need to do, once again, the throw is late. The throw is late. And the reason why the throw is late is because Hollywood Higgins is going to drive his man and run that deep comeback right here. And the ball is supposed to be hitting him. He's supposed to be letting this ball go right now. Hollywood Higgins is going to come, pivot, and drop back. And right when he turns around out of his break, the ball should be there because that means you're throwing with anticipation and you're throwing before a guy is open. Sometimes you got to trust your eyes. You got to trust what you see. And this is also play recognition, right? The throw comes late. The ball should be thrown here on a rope, right? Instead, he puts a lot of trajectory on it. The ball sails on him, and you will eventually see what happens. We'll keep it running. Throws the ball. Once again, too late. That guy is Hollywood Higgins is wide open. That is a completion. That is moved the sticks. He's wide open. That's pitch and catch. All this area right here is ready for him to go. He can just get this ball, and it's a simple first down. But he airmails it. And when a game, you airmail a ball, and once again, he's airmailing it high. And that's where you get tip passes and interceptions, right? This game comes down to a certain few plays. And when a game is at a premium, and when you'll take a look at some of the plays that Derek Carr made in the same weather and doing the same exact things, running the same kind of conservative playbook, Derek Carr hit his throws. Now, granted, Baker has some drops. I'll give you that. He's had some drops, right? The drop Jarvis Landry had was ridiculous. The drop David Njoku had was ridiculous. He had some drops. But all I'm saying to you is this. When I'm evaluating Baker Mayfield, I'm going to evaluate him just like I'm going to evaluate David Njoku and Jarvis Landry. Those were garbage plays. You dropped the ball. Simple as that. Simple as that. Professionals make those catches. And so I'm going to do the same exact thing for Baker Mayfield. I'm not going to continue to pivot. I'm not going to continue to go back 3 years talking about how many coordinators he has. Coordinators have nothing to do with ball placement. That ball placement and throwing the ball on time. Let's continue to watch. He's wide open. He's wide open on this comeback route. Wide open on this comeback route. The uphill battle for me and what I'm up against here is the simple fact that we are still consistently making the same questions and still talking about other things. I'm just showing you that these are the reasons why when people say he's getting a C report card for midterms, he gets a C. I mean, C plus if you're being really kind, right? Had an opportunity to come out here and go 6-2 against the Raiders. Now, granted, people were way more egregious than he was. The defense, wait till I show you the film on his defense. Sickening, ridiculous. But one of the things that I'm going to do is this. I'm going to consistently come and keep coming with the film. I'm going to keep coming with breakdowns. I'm going to consistently keep coming with this content to show you guys when I'm saying certain things, I'm not just out here saying it just because I'm just doing it for my energy level or I want to be a hater. I'm saying it because I'm actually watching these games 3 to 4 times and I'm trying to pick it apart and dissecting it. And that's the difference between somebody who really does it because I love the game and I played the game, and somebody who just likes talking about it and like using cliches. But I'm not gonna continue to give him these passes on these type of plays because these plays put you behind the sticks. They put you behind the sticks. And when you're already running a very minimalized playbook where you're just running play action fakes, they're not asking you to drop back and throw it 30, 40 times. That's the kind of stuff, the inconsistent throws, the throws you got to have. As always, man, we'll get back. When we come back, we'll get to other side of the football. Very egregious. Sheldon Richardson, you might not want to watch these films. We spot shadowing you, big homie. No. Sandejo, we got you covered. All of you guys. We gonna see what y'all eye in the sky don't lie. As always, hit that like, subscribe button.